How's everybody doing? I hope you're all doing well. These are the people that sent me messages. Jeff, I thank you. He sent me this message right here. I have an article from Jeff. I have an article from Julie. And Rod, right here. Rod, Julie. Rod always gives me good stuff. Jeff sent me something very good. And Julie gave me something. I will go over that. Jane gave me something. And I'm still going over that. I might use that later. Thanks, Jane. All of you, I appreciate you. Now, let's go over the days first because we're all watching. Now, I am watching this week. But the 29th, the 30th, right in there, 31st, right in here. Savine had a video on this. I agree with her. This is also, as I showed you in Terminator, the 29th of August, Skynet, which is very interesting. China just sent up into the sky Skynet mapping system. I might show that later. Skynet mapping system, which is very interesting. So I am watching this date. The reason why, as I have said before, my 50 days, this right here, I believe this is probably the true Sukkot. This is a full moon. October full moon right here. I believe this, we are a month behind. If we go if we go 50 days back from there, that's the August 31st. And my other date coming up, high watch, would be around September 10th and 11th, right in there. As Savine talked about in the Rapture Puzzle is looking at this date right here, which is, I believe that we leave, I think she says the 24th. And she has the second month, the 17th day of the month, I think, the flood, which I believe that there's two departures. This could be around the second departure, around Tabernacles. That's what I believe. So these are the two dates that I'm high watch. The 10th and around the 31st, but I am watching now. There's a lot of stuff going on. Now I'll go over the stuff that I was sent. Well, I did notice this. Russia orders hypersonic missiles as Putin vows to put weapons on combat alert. Combat alert is ready to fire, okay? They're ready to go. Combat alert. You can check that out for yourself. So here's the articles on it. You can, red alert, combat alert, you can Google that for yourself. This was just yesterday. Now I'll go over the information that people have sent me. This right here, this Rod sent me.
Because of what CNBC and everybody's running around with Pfizer. When you look at the letters the way you've broken them apart, these two letters, they've actually, and I want to go back to what you said about the data, there's really no data, but they've authorized the use of a vaccine. Does that vaccine currently exist? If I want to walk down, not that I'll do it, but if I want to walk down to the doctor today and get a vaccine, can I actually get the one that, quote unquote, has this kind of sketchy, shady FDA approval? Is that available right now to the best of your knowledge, sir?
It's absolutely not available. So the little trick that they've done here is they have issued two separate letters for two separate vaccines. The Pfizer vaccine, which is what is currently available, is still under emergency use authorization, and it still has the liability shield. Once again, the mainstream media has lied to you. I'm sorry to say that. I know it's a shock to this readership. But the product that's licensed is the BioNTech product, which is substantially similar, but not necessarily identical. It's called Comirnaty. I think that's how it's pronounced. And it's not yet available. They haven't started manufacturing it or labeling it. And that's the one that the liability waiver will no longer apply to. So the one that's actually licensed is not yet available. And when it does become available, it will no longer have the liability shield. In the interim, the one that does have the liability shield is the Pfizer product, and that's what's currently available, and it's still under emergency use authorization. So that's no change. The press has just not done their work and figured out what's actually going on here.
Fine, but that's why we have geniuses like you. I just want to make sure something's clear to the audience. And we're trying to be fair to the FDA in this whole process, this CCP virus. The emergency use authorization as it currently stands by the FDA for Pfizer does not allow its use for children under 16. Is that correct?
Correct.
So there you go. Rod gave me that. Thank you, Rod. He always gives me good information. Now, if you want to see this video right here, he breaks down 2nd Ezra, and Jeff gave me this. He does a very good job. He breaks down the book of Ezra's right here. Anybody that wants to go over this, you can go over it. He says Trump dies right here, is gone. As Trump has said before, he said without the United States would fall. Trump has said that. He's the savior. He says in here in 2nd Ezra, he breaks it down. There's 3 kingdoms, and he breaks it down in 2nd Ezra's right here. There's going to be 2 that remain, and he says that they're Bush and Obama. So if you want to go over this, he did a very good breakdown in this. Jeff gave me this, and I agree too. I broke this down in Daniel chapter 11 about Obama returns to his own land, about the fact that he doesn't like women. I could go on. And it says in Daniel chapter 11 about the country. The country is Africa that Obama returns to with the spoils. So, yes, thanks, Jeff. Jeff hasn't sent... He sends me stuff, and it's always very good. Thank you, Jeff. So I went over that. Now, Julie sent me this. Thank you, Julie. She always sends me good stuff. She says right here, it says, breaking tonight, the 25th, U.S. Department of Homeland Security is working on a vaccine passport. This is Hal Turner. You can go over this yourself. She's talking about, says about money right here and stuff like that. About, you can go over it. Cash won't matter. Registers can't ring up sales without a VAT card. So this is something just ahead of time. We will see if it happens. A lot of stuff that is put out there. I'm just transferring the information, and you guys can discern it for yourself. Like I said, if you're gonna have to get something, maybe get it right away. I'm just putting it out there. I'm set. I've got things that I need ahead of time. But who knows? We know that we've been lied to all the time. But I thank you. Yes, Julie, I thank you for this. This will be the end of my video. This is a small information video. There's a lot of stuff going on. Israel's president's in the United States. Could something happen while he's here and doesn't get back to Israel? We will see. As I said before, Micah chapter 4 says no king in thee. And this is just information. And like I said, these are the days I'm watching. I'm going to have a longer video. This is just an informational video. What's going on, just things to be aware of. And God bless you.